Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about my experience buying the ZVE-10, trying to use it as a B cam with my Fx30. Kind of getting to the conclusion that you guys can kind of gather as fast as possible here is that, yeah, I ended up buying another Fx30. So I personally had a lot of great time with using the ZVE-10 since I bought it about a week ago on OfferUp, which kind of shot myself in the foot there because can't really return it at that point, but it's fine because I need to get good photos, and the ZVE-10 actually handled pretty well, even with the stock lens, which I got with the camera, so I didn't have to pay, you know, the $700 that would have been just for the base. I got the stock lens, filters, everything. Like realistically, even a new cleaning kit, I was super satisfied with that. But yeah, it just didn't fit the bill. I thought the 8-bit S-Log3, I mean, I saw some great footage with it. I tried to match it as much as I possibly can. I even slapped the, my Sigma 2.8, 18 to 50 millimeter on it. I thought that would do the trick, but it just didn't match. The 10-bit on the Fx30, and I think the down sample from the 6K to 4K that the Fx30 does, which honestly, I don't know how I didn't consider that when I was, buying the ZVE-10. You know, I was like, oh, they're both 4K, so, you know, but nevertheless, yeah, the 8-bit and the fact that it doesn't do the downsampling that the Fx30 does, it just doesn't match up. I was going to use this for tight end shots too, so you would think, oh yeah, like I'm going to use a higher focal length camera, a lens on my ZVE-10. I'll use my wider lens, which is the Rokinon, which I'm using right now at the 12 millimeter on my Fx30, and I'll be fine for the close end shots. Like, you know what, it'll get enough detail, you know. And sometimes, you know, hey, clients probably don't want to have super detail on their faces, right? But you know, DaVinci Resolve has that one thing where you can put the face cleaning, so I probably will end up doing that if a client really feels incentivized. But yeah, like ultimately, as you guys can guess from the intro, the ZVE-10 just doesn't cut it, guys. Don't try to get this as a beat cam. If you need it for photos or you want to make it for content stuff, I think it's great. I think if you're walking around and you're filming, the 8-bit is great. The 4K is great. I am super satisfied with color. So there are instances where I'll be running S-Log3 on my ZVE-10 here, and I'm like, dude, this looks cleaner. There's a guy. I'll go ahead. I'll see if I can find his video. I'll put a link to it on YouTube. He does some like color profile changing, and it includes putting like, you put your saturation to +20, and it looks just great and gets pretty damn close. I would say it does. No, I don't think it doesn't get close. I mean, it semi does. I don't know. That's to your guys' own perception. I wish I had the differentiating footage. I'll see if I can do that in a future video. Maybe I'll do a short on it. But if you're looking to match S-Log3, that's not going to work. If you're thinking, oh, well, maybe I'll just film in S-tone, you know, S-Cinetone. No, you're not going to be able to match it. The 6K downsample to 4K that the Fx30 does will not look like what the ZVE-10 will get out, even at a higher focal length. And, you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to consider that. But if you're like me and you considered getting a B cam and, you know, selecting a ZVE-10 to do exactly that, it's not the move. It's not the move. Remember, 6K, 4K, completely different to 4K, not sampled from a higher resolution, right? So that's my message to all of you. Nevertheless, ZVE-10, it's a great camera. If you like just, you know, making content with it, I think that's exactly what I'm going to be doing most of it with. Actually, I needed a photography camera, so this actually works perfect, especially with the stock lens. The ZVE-10 actually handles very well. And not only that, but it does have the face cleaning, or blurring. It's like, I think that's what it is. It's like a face blurring thing where it helps people's skin tones look better. Not skin tones, but I should say, but like more so like it's just more clean, right? And yeah, they also do that for photos, so I think that's pretty cool. It saves a lot of time in post. Granted, I haven't tried that too often. I mean, I video pro on my business, so it's like, yeah, I don't do photos. Like, you know, all my clients, I tell them, I'm like, look, like, sure, I'll do your photos, but just know I'm video pro, not Photo Pro, right? So nevertheless, ZVE-10, good camera, but don't use it as a B cam, especially if you're planning to do like documentary style, interview style content or corporate content. I would say that this camera is not a B cam for your Fx30. Do not get a ZVE-10. If you want it for photos, content creation, it's great. I think it's pretty cheap right now, at least comparison to other Sony cameras. And it does do pretty fascinating S-Log3. I actually, like I said, sometimes I even like the color more than the Fx30s, but that's up to debate, right? Or personal preference, I should say. So appreciate you guys watching the video. I'm gonna talk about some lighting stuff in my next video, so check it out. All right, later. So yeah, I just got up another Fx30. You know, yes, Fx3 is $3,299, but guys, once you get the lens, you get the, you know, the Lexar SD cards to be able to do CDI, and what else? Another battery. Like, guys, that's looking at like $6,000. I mean, $6,000, $7,000. I'm like, I'm not, still not interested. When Fx30, I can get all of that for about like $3,000. You know, it's a lot better. You know, especially since all my lenses that I have are APCs, I can just use those lenses, so I save money there too. But yeah, I need to match my footage. So here we are.